right, all my people, can I get a hello? This your boy Seek. I'm representing the Hello Effect podcast. And we live in Jersey City right now, Community Treasure. Who I have the pleasure sitting next to right now?
Hi, my name is Gina Davison, and I work with Tina Nalls here at Community Treasures, as well as a couple other things.
All right, so a little background. Where are you from?
I'm actually from north of New York City. I'm from a place called New Paltz, New York.
Okay.
And I moved here a little over 10 years ago. I have a lot of family in the area in Staten Island and such, so it's really the perfect place to be to get to everything I need to in the city.
Okay, so did you move over here like for work or just?
Well, I wanted to be closer to my family.
Oh, okay.
Right, because I have family on Staten Island, but I also have family north of Manhattan. So Jersey City was kind of the perfect place for me to, have my own.
Okay,
my own
all right.
spot. Yeah.
Just so a little background, like what do you do?
So I spent the last more than 15 years in healthcare tech.
Okay.
But I actually have taken a break from that right now. I think that our country is facing a lot of challenges, and a lot of those challenges we're seeing here very starkly on the streets of Jersey City.
Okay.
Being such a diverse and populous city, and in such an area of commerce, and just being one of the biggest cities, one of the biggest metropolitan areas in this country, I feel like we can set an example for how we could maybe get through some of the challenges that we've been having as a country and as a nation.
That's for sure. So, how did you meet Tina?
I met Tina through Justice for Drew, actually.
Okay.
So through
That's
Justice
wonderful.
for Drew.
Okay, yeah.
So you just had Ms. Irvin on here, Ms. Tony Irvin.
Yeah.
And so she's auntie to Andrew Washington.
Yeah, yep.
Unfortunately, Jersey City police did shoot and kill him on August 27th? 27th of 2023. That was the last week that I was actually at my Justice for Drew. That was the last week I was at my job, and that happened. And I said, well, now we've got some work to do, because just as Ms. Irvin said, I didn't see this as a city that accepted or condoned that kind of behavior. Any police interaction that ends with somebody dead is not the way we want things to go, right?
No, that's for sure.
I felt like that was not acceptable for my city, and most egregiously was the way that it was handled by leadership. To see Mayor Fulop come out and say within 24 hours that it was a justified killing was not only completely incorrect, but it was completely inappropriate.
That's true. That's true. All right. So, what was so special about Tina? I hear a lot of wonderful things about her. You know what I mean? I see it with my own eyes. You know what I mean? Her energy, but from your point of view, like when you first met her, what was about Tina? You know what?
I could give you like 7 different answers to this question.
I gotta help. I gotta be here at Community Treasure, helping her journey and stuff like that.
That's such a good question.
Yeah.
I think number one was just when we were walking together, marching for Justice for Drew, and when we were speaking at City Hall and working together, just her energy. I mean, her energy is infectious. And to see somebody come out with such conviction and courage and consistency, I just really admired her from the start. And then as we became friends and colleagues and we started working together, I also began to admire the way that she approaches her work.
No,
and
true.
So she comes to the table with such generosity of spirit and patience. And those things I really admired as just somebody to work with, as a colleague.
Yeah.
And so our work grew together. And now as we've been together, I've just been so grateful to be in the presence of somebody who she really sticks to her guns, right? She doesn't give in to some of the things that I've seen other folks in this city maybe give into, right? The kickbacks and stuff like that.
A lot of that, yeah.
She's really authentic, and I really appreciate that about her.
For sure. So what was your thought process when she said she was running for council at large?
So she discussed it a little bit at first, right?
Okay.
So we were having those discussions, and I think what I just kept telling her was that I noticed that every time she spoke about it, she glowed, right? And so that's how you know that you're hitting that next part of your career or your life's work that where you're supposed to go. And so to then see her take that and roll with it and have such an effect on her neighborhood and her community in getting everybody together I think it was really the right thing to do. Yeah.
Nah, for sure. All right, so like, far as like community treasure go, what do you want to see like far as community treasure go? Like, cause it could go as far as Tina wanted to go.
Yep.
I'm just saying from your point of view, because you here
Yeah.
assisting her, so you got to have your vision on it too. So speak on.
So like what I hope to contribute, right?
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
where I would fit. Yeah,
Exactly.
I think with my background in tech and operations, I think what I'd really love to do is create some way for her to have some digital requests, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
we can start to organize a little, because Tina keeps it all in her head right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
So
for
she'll
sure.
keep in her
Yeah.
head that, you know, this family needs some furniture for a 2-year-old or a child who's getting out of their crib, or she kind of knows, she keeps track of all of these many people and all the things she's asked. So, you know, can I help her grow that capacity
for sure.
in some way?
That's
So I think that's the next step, you know, as we work together.
all right.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about the results? I understand everybody like would love to see Tina in that
Yes.
position. She deserves to be in that position,
Yeah,
but
it would have been nice to see her up there, you know, voting with some of the other folks we work with, you know, Councilman Frank Gilmore, Councilman who just got elected, Michael Griffin. You know, these are all people who've been a part of a very significant movement in Jersey City to stand up for our residents and to take care of every last one of us. So I think, number one, it was a victory that she got out there in the first place.
yeah, that's a fact.
And then I think it was a victory as a first-time runner and as an independent.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
She beat out. I mean, I don't know if you saw the numbers from the first time.
Yeah.
The way she got to
when
the
she said she going to
the
the
way
second
she got
part
to the
of it.
runoff, right?
Yeah.
And she beat mayoral candidates with the number of votes she had. So, you know, for that to be her first time, I'm not worried about the long term here, right? So actually, I think it was confirmation that we're
Okay.
doing something that really resonates with the people of Jersey City.
No, that's true.
So I think it was, in its own way, actually a victory.
Yeah,
I'm
for
grateful.
sure.
Yeah.
All right, so the last question I have is in 2025, just name one thing that you'll like to see changed in Jersey City. I know it's a bunch of things, but I'm just gonna give you this one.
No, I like that, because if we could fundamentally, and maybe it shares a little bit of what we've seen, you know, up close and personal for the past couple of years in City Hall, because we're there, you know, we're there constantly. What I would like to see is for leadership to be humble. What happened with this last administration with Mayor Fulop and his minions is that they decided that they know better than the people of Jersey City. And so even when we would show up in mass at City Hall, 50 people deep, and spend 2 hours doing public speaking about how we didn't want them to vote for a certain tax abatement for another rich developer, they would ignore us and they would vote for it anyway, because that's where the moneyed interests were forcing them, kind of pushing them into. So I think we need to see leaders who are willing to listen and who are willing to be humble enough. I see Frank Gilmore do this all the time. He listens to people, even if they're saying things he doesn't like to hear. And he listens with a patience and a stillness, and I see Tina do the same thing, that I think is really important. So yeah, that would be.
All right. Once again,
would
I
be the big change.
appreciate your time.
Thank you.
If you want to drop your social media handles, you know what I mean, just let everybody know where they can go follow and
Oh,
support
cool.
you.
Yeah. So a couple of folks and I just started a social media social media handle, the People's Jersey City, so that we can start putting out more of this information about what's going on at City Hall.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, once again, it's your boy Seeker representing the Hello Effect Podcast. We live at Jersey City Community Treasure. Don't miss out on this interview.